Welcome back to Hope Island, everyone. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, and it's so great to be here because we're prepping for a very awesome animal. So recently, I made a trade with Nibe Crocodile Park. That's run by my buddy Crocs. It's a very awesome zoo over in Denmark, and it basically concerns like a bunch of crocodiles, reptilians, and a bunch of other awesome animals as well. Now, recently, he was very interested in some of my Australian birds, so we kind of made a little bit of a trade over there. So we essentially just traded over some of my birds, okay, for not only some, I believe, the camel, which we built for before. You can kind of see some remnants of the exhibit right over there. But we also traded it out for a beautiful, beautiful cougar baby. Now, once the breeding actually does get re-implemented, we will get that cougar in this habitat. But essentially, this is part of where, like, that whole world building and lore and role-playing really come into play inside of the ZSU server. Since we are promised this cougar baby, we needed to make a habitat for it as soon as possible, just in case if we do get it relatively soon. So I really was so inspired by Mystic Aquarium and their beautiful rock work. I was mentioning this in the River Otter episode of Riverbend not too long ago, but I was very inspired by it. For this build, the Otter exhibit actually came after this one in terms of the leaf lore. I guess that kind of makes sense. So what I'm doing over here, I'm essentially just setting up our backstage building, which would probably also contain some areas, not only for the cougar, but for something else on the other side as well. Since it is a relatively larger building, I do want to include some stuff in there, just to make the most amount of space in here, make it very usable. And yeah, it's just very exciting to see how this is going to fare for Hope Island Zoo. So going through here, I really want to have this beautiful rustic kind of building. Just really want to have it be kind of subdued. I use a little bit of a go away green kind of color as a way to kind of like, you know, center us off from, you know, the rest of the build itself, because I want your eyes to be drawn to the actual exhibit tree itself. But it's still a pretty fun building. I like the roofs in here. I'm getting very comfortable with building roofs in this game, and I think it's really awesome to have because it's so fun just to make these like backstage buildings. I don't know, it's wicked fun. So over here I'm actually doing a custom floor, just because I really wanted to base this off of, I believe, Buttonwood Zoo's cougar habitat viewing. Not the actual habitat itself, but the viewing platform that they have over there. It's very beautiful, it's very rustic, they have some like chain mesh going, but it still works incredibly well for what the exhibit is. And I was just so excited to recreate it over here, and I think it came out very well. Be sure to stick all the way throughout to the entire end of the video, or if you just want to skip there right now, I don't know, it's up to you guys. You guys are the boss when it comes to the videos. But you guys can check all that out in the B-roll later down the line. But I did want to carry on the rest of the vibes of Hope Island Zoo, so I'm using that mural and timber piece to really make this feel a lot more self-contained, make sure that we're able to have these cougars not be able to escape, so we do have some like climb-proof stuff on the top. You guys are just gonna have to take my word for it on that one because I did not actually add it. We'll add that later down the line once I do go through and start to add that stuff for, like, you know, all the safety things and whatnot. So I did just want to add these beautiful rocks over there. There I was just playing around with that fence trick right there. Nick was actually watching my stream right there, and I needed to show him how to do it. But going on through here, I was so inspired by Mystic. They have these beautiful towering faux rock structures with these beautiful like dry plants on the top, and I was like, damn, I really want to make something like that. So I wanted to integrate that over here. You guys can kind of see like the Mystic bug kind of bit me, especially with the Otter exhibit too, so I really wanted to integrate all that kind of stuff over there. And I thought the white rocks were a little bit too jarring, so I do change it out for some browner rocks, and I think it comes out extremely well, especially for the colors of this habitat. It is kind of based off of like a little mining town, so I do take some elements from Stone Zoo, and I do kind of integrate our zoo from, well, not our zoo, our exhibit, all the way back from Sugar Pine Zoo, if you guys did watch that one. I kind of want to take some cues from that. So I do have some railroad tracks going on through the whole thing, just as a way to kind of build up the story of a mining town. I'm getting a lot more comfortable with theming in Hope Island Zoo right now, just because I feel like we can afford it. And I see so many of my buddies just like doing these beautiful areas, and I'm like, okay, listen. Hope Island's been running for long enough. We actually do need to start upgrading some stuff. So I think that's exactly the cue that I take over there. And you can see me start to add that climb-proof stuff up there. Quote-unquote climb-proof, okay? It's not really climb-proof, but listen, it'll be our little secret, guys. So I do add these beautiful, little tiny sections over here as well. Nothing too crazy, just a way to make it feel a lot more integrated within the build itself. I could have easily just went over with some planks, but I really did just want to make it feel like, I don't know, maybe it's a lot more self-contained within like the actual build itself. Not sure what I meant by that, but you know what, you guys are just gonna have to trust me. But we kind of carry that on throughout the rest of that. We make sure that, I don't know, it's just very contained over there. The cougars could, quote-unquote, easily climb out, but I will say that there's hot wire over there. Oh, this is a really awesome part right here. I really did want to have this viewing structure over here, nothing too crazy, but I did want to have it be nice wood and kind of slated over. Since you will be going down this area for the aquatic center down there, I would want to actually have a little bit of beaten off the track. Beaten off the beaten path, written off the beaten path. I don't really know. I can't speak. But I really did just want to have a viewing area right there. Just go right into the cougar exhibit. And I really do like it. It's very nice and shaded over. Since it does kind of rain a lot over in this section of the woods, I did want to have as many viewing structures as I could that could shelter guests from, like, you know, any inclement weather that may happen. I do want to go through the entire build and take some screenshots in the rain because it is very beautiful. I feel like we don't really appreciate the the weather system, sorry, in this game enough because it is really so freaking beautiful in this game. Going on through here, I also add those beautiful foliage pieces to the top of the build right there, just as a way to give it a little bit more structure, give it a little bit more of its own identity, make sure it feels very unique within the greater system itself. And going through and fixing up that path over there because, I don't know, I just really wanted this nice big plaza over there that I guess could kind of like congregate around, and maybe if there's like, you know, a cougar just doing some wacky stuff over there, they could all check it out and it looks pretty nice. Also using the most out of Nick's Frontier pack over here. I really love this pack. It is so awesome for making areas like this. The mulch pieces are incredible for doing stuff like this, and the pine needles as well. It was really fun just to work with those together, because I remember he was making that for Capron Park Zoo, and it was such an awesome idea, and being able to actually use it in person, it's so amazing. Oh my gosh. And I really did just want to make sure that this felt rocky inside of here. Not really too many areas for grass, which I don't think the cougars really mind about. Maybe I could add some grassy areas later down the line once, you know, maybe if we do get a little bit of a profit boost, we could maybe integrate another habitat on the side. Maybe we can even have a cougar breeding program, not really sure. Also using some of Beezy's logs over here, I think. It's either Beezy, Wyatt Andrews, or just Goron. I do apologize. All three of them are amazing. You guys should all check out them. But going on through here and making sure it fits our little build structure over here, I really just wanted to make it feel nice. And here we are, doing one of my favorite things in the world, just using transportation as a way to get new cool scenery. So I have this beautifully already pre-made, I guess you could kind of say, railroad track going through the entire thing, and it works incredibly well for this. I really do love using, like, you know, different pieces as a way to make different props, and especially using those transport rides. I remember way back in the day during Simply Savannah's Shell Challenge, I actually did use a monorail track as a way to get railings. That was a really fun thing to do. That was really fun to really accomplish. Oh my gosh. But here we actually are making sure that the cougars don't actually go over there. It would be implied that there's hot wire right in front of that viewing, but I did just want to deter the cougars from going in there at all by adding some plants, by adding some shrubbery, and by adding some bushes, just so that they wouldn't feel inclined to actually go over there. And I think it comes out really well. I add some cypress trees as well. And we even grow our cypress trees over there near the Owdads, just because that's something that I said I wanted to do back when we actually built it. And we're about a month in, a little bit of month and more. So I did want to integrate that a little bit more, just to make sure it felt like the zoo was growing. I know it feels like it's growing way too fast. I love watching my baby grow. I just saw a huge hawk outside my window, so that's kind of cool. You guys can tell I probably have ADHD. Oh my god. But going through the rest of the build, making sure that everything lines up correctly. And we actually do cover up this area over here because guess what? We had another event. I'm going to have that go right here right now. Let me just make a cut right there and right there. Okay, awesome. So essentially, some kids got into our zoo and started feeding the teals. Now listen, I was a little perturbed at this because we don't have access to the teals for the kids, in theory. Okay, so since the teals were only exclusive to Dinosaurs Among Us, there was no possible way that the kids could actually access that. So I did write it into our actual lore over there. Let me just actually get both of the newspaper and the stuff in there. I did actually write it into the lore itself that the kids kind of snuck in and fed the teals some donuts. I'm very angry at this, more so with the kids than anything else, but I don't know, it's just very fun to get these small little events always pop up. But I don't know, it's just really fun to all put this together. But yeah, going through the rest of here, adding the rest of the scenery in here. I do apologize, we did get a little bit of a cut in terms of there. I did do some off-building, yeah. I did some building off camera just because, I don't know, I really wanted to. But, I don't know, I'm just very happy with how well it all came out. It was just really fun to start to integrate all that kind of stuff in there. It was just a really fun build. Oh my gosh, I love building for cougars. I never do it. I really want to add some more cougars later down the line to a lot more of my zoos. I feel like that'd be a really fun project to tackle. I don't know, I just really do like the cougars. They're such awesome creatures. Just going through the rest of the build here, and more so just actually trying to find where we left off because my premiere kind of got a little blotchy right there. So if I do meet up to 12 minutes on the dot, I should be able to catch up with you guys in just a little bit. We actually do use some of the Outback pack over here to make that little North American cougar sign. I can't wait till that comes out for all you guys. It's going to be such an awesome pack for all of you guys to build with. And you know what? Where is our next press room? I do want to get these guys out there for you just so you guys can actually see like the press room stuff, because there really isn't too many significant things in here. But I do just want to make sure that you guys see right there the press room release for the cougars themselves. It's very awesome to be working with Crocs to get these baby cougars in here. So it's going to be really awesome. And here I am just going through the rest of the exhibit, just making sure everything looks good. And here I am actually building our macaw habitat. So we did get some macaws as well. I believe I actually got those ones from the store. Here's the press room release right now, so you guys could actually check that out. Very excited to actually be getting a breeding pair of macaws. I did trade some out, I believe, to Forge. I apologize if you hear like a siren in the background. Oh my gosh. I did trade those guys out. Did I trade them out to Forge? I don't really, yeah, I think I did. For some squirrel monkeys, so we'll probably be building for those guys in the next episode. But it's just really awesome. I did want to have these guys kind of center stage over at the islands of color, because they do have a lot of color. And guess what? Macaws do live on islands, so it all worked out perfectly. I'm using Jaguar's props in there as well. Easily one of my new favorite packs, like blueprint packs ever. And we're also using some of Nick's palms from the foliage pack because they do kind of look a little fake. I know he's not the biggest fan of them. I really like them because they kind of look fake, especially when you have like a zoo like this, where you're in a lot more colder areas. I would definitely love to integrate palms in here. I would love to integrate some more tropical foliage, but unfortunately they don't really do too well in the outdoors, so I do kind of integrate them kind of well over there just because they do look fake. And we're also adding a little bit of a feeder right there for our macaws as well, and we do extend this reject row building back here. I really wanted to make sure that we have enough room in here for the camels and for anything else that does get added, because I do want to get some more animals. It's just, I'm not a big trading guy. I'm very cautious when it comes to it. So listen, if any of you guys in the video right now want to trade, you just let me know. I will happily trade with you guys. I think I'm not the best at initiating it, but if you guys do see something that I do have access in, or if you see something that I have that I might not have access in, make me an offer, make me a deal. I'm more than happy to work with you guys to kind of get that stuff going. And yeah, just making sure that that building feels a lot more seamlessly integrated in here. I did want to have some windows on the back over there so we could look out into the actual bay itself. It looks so beautiful. And just integrating some doors over here as well, making sure that this entire area feels like it has purpose, and it just really feels like it does. Oh my gosh, I love this entire zoo. It's turning out so well. I hope you guys are enjoying the series as much as I am. It's awesome. And just integrating some more of those blueprints over there. I believe those were by Mr. Gomez. But yeah, onto the B-roll. I really do hope you guys enjoyed that episode. A little bit of all over the place, not too much additions, but I really do hope you guys enjoy everything that's in store. Hope you guys are looking forward to getting those squirrel monkeys in, as well as whatever may come. With the Valentine's Day update, we'll have more information on that later down the line. But thank you guys so much for coming in today. I really do appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Take care and have the most wonderful of wonderful days. Bye-bye now.